Good evening. How's everybody doing today? Hope everyone's doing well for player match 44. Yeah, 44. So season 3, episode 4 for all of you who wants it is an episode. Right. So thanks for everyone joining. How's everybody on the panel? We got Penn, which is our guest today.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you for making a pick today.
Honey, I don't know if it's just me hearing bad because I heard Penn fine, but you might want to move your mic closer to your mouth.
Oh, yeah, I heard that too. I thought it was just me.
All right, so.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was my bad connection again.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was my Wi-Fi. And then Penn started talking and he sounded good.
All right, so, okay, so is that better?
Yeah, it's much better.
Okay. Cool. Well, it's this microphone. It's like it has two sides, and if I turn away the wrong.
Well, it was also pointing pretty much out that way. So
yeah.
You need one of these bad boys.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I do. I actually want a what's it? A snowball. That's what I really would like to get a snowball, but I'm not willing to pay $100+ I keep waiting for it to be on sale.
You just keep waiting for Christmas and birthdays.
Yeah. I'm waiting more for the sale. I'll buy it myself. So thanks for everyone joining. Blue, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Glad to be home.
Yeah, nice for you to be home. I see you got your hair all chopped off.
Yeah, got her off.
Yeah, got it all nice and short for yourself.
Yeah.
Ready for summer?
Took off like 5 inches, I think. Yeah, it's my springtime look.
I'm letting mine grow.
Yeah, you hippie. Yeah, well, I'm sporting a hat head today because I worked today, and then I was like, do I want to take another shower before my show? I'm like, nah. So, oh well. So, thanks for everybody joining. We got Jim over in the side.
You didn't ask Andrew how he's doing, I don't think.
I did. Well, okay. Well, Andrew, how are you doing? He just spoke, so I thought that was good enough.
I got your back, Andrew.
Thanks. I was feeling okay, and then my wife made some tea, and she made she made some chopped pork, but she did this new sauce that she's never made before. And I've ate it all. It was lovely, but like a couple of minutes after eating it, I started getting a bit of a stomach pain. So I don't know if it's related. So
don't tell her.
And run. I've told her. Her I'm a critic, food critic. I'm hoping this helps.
Keep the bathroom clear.
Washing it down.
Keep the bathroom door open, ready to go. So hopefully you get to feeling better. Let's see, Octavia, thank you for joining us. I say Degs, thank you for joining us. From Roger again, like it says in the chat. Jim, thanks for joining us. Sahil, who was number 1, first one here, and you got Eddie over there. So nice for everyone joining us. It's called poison. Yeah, you gotta poison them slowly.
Say that. If I say that, there will be poison next time.
Or she'll never cook again. Either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I shall tell us to fuck off and make it myself.
Yeah, that'd probably be more likely. So if anybody's not watched this show before, what we do is we'll review 2 movies. Right now we're reviewing 2, and we will. It's a current movie, and then there's a throwback that a guest picked, and Penn had picked The Equalizer. We will in the Telegram chat right now. We have movies. What was it? 6, Andrew? Is that what you said?
7, I think.
7, I think.
Okay, so 7 movies, and what I'm going to do is we're going to run through them first so you guys can see them, and then post your vote for next week's movie in there. And by the end of the show, we will tally the most populated vote or the most popular vote, and then we can go from there. Does that make sense? Without me going on too long?
I need to see some.
Yes.
When we did last time, we did that before the show started, right?
Yes. And that
because then everybody can vote by the time the show's over.
Yeah. Yep. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and do that first. So let me. Let's see. All right. Am I sharing?
Yep.
Okay. So one of them was Nobody, which was that came out a couple weeks ago, and we kind of missed it, I think, due to Godzilla. So we have Nobody was one of the choices.
From the producers of John Wick.
One of the other picks that we have this week is Stowaway, brand new movie.
Who's in it?
I think
Scroll down.
it's the guy from Lost.
Okay, yeah,
He's-
Daniel
yeah.
Day Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's been in some TV shows.
What's her name? I can't read that.
Zoe Levison.
Don't know.
No. Anna Kendrick.
Oh.
Anna Kendrick is her name.
Yeah,
This is a-
she's in. She does the singing ones there.
This
No,
is
they
a
called-
Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the lead in Trolls. That's what I know her from.
And she's in. What's that one where they have the a cappella group singing all the time? There's 3 of them.
The Voice?
No. It's their movies. The big chubby Australian
Perfect.
chicks in them.
Pitch Perfect.
Perfect. She's in those.
Yeah. Pitch Perfect. That's where I've seen it. I was like,
And unfortunately for her, she started out in Twilight.
Is she?
All right, so okay, so that's hold
Hey.
on before we go too far. No Remorse. That was another one that just came out. I think it comes out
With
Friday.
Tom Clancy or Without Remorse?
Without Remorse. I'm sorry. Without Remorse. Thank you. Tom Clancy
does good shit.
Yeah. So
Jack
that
Ryan
comes
stuff.
out. That's actually the 30th. So that's this Friday. I think we had another one that was chosen was Monday. It was released about a week ago, a little over
Who's
a week
in
ago.
that?
This is Bastian Stan.
Oh, I'm liking him in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Denise Goth. Goth. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. What else was it?
Nomad Land.
Oh yeah. And Virtuoso.
Virtuoso, yeah.
That's
Is
a
that
brand new
what's his
movie.
face? Go to scroll down. Tell me who's in that. Is that what's his face?
Hello,
Anson
Cam.
Mount.
Oh, Anson Mount. Oh, I love that man. He's a
Okay.
sexy, like he was in Star Trek Discovery, played Captain Pike, and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
gonna be a spin-off show, and I'm so happy because he was my favorite part of that whole season.
Let's see. So he's in it. Anthony Hopkins in it.
Oh,
It's
is that what he just won the Academy Award for?
no, that was
Yeah,
the
we're
father.
just talking about that one. We're just talking
Yeah,
about that.
because I actually thought that I watched Virtuoso thinking that it was the father. I thought that, but it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
What did you say? No
The
Man
father
Land.
is-
Nomadland.
The father is the other one as well.
Oh, okay. All right. So the father was another one of the choices. Anthony Hopkins won an Academy Award for this, so that was
And
one
in
of the
Nomadland is Frances McDormand won Best Actress.
Yeah, No Man Land.
Nomadland.
Nomad Land won all kinds of awards.
Is that what's his face? Bruce Banner? What's his name, honey? Read it out.
David Strathairn?
No,
Strathairn?
Strathern. No, that's right. That's not him. At first, I looked like Edward Norton.
Oh, all right. So that's so that is that all of our picks for this week? Am I correct
That's
on
it.
that?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
All right.
There
So
looks
that's
like some good ones in there.
good
It's gonna be a
picks.
tough one.
Yeah. So
the
those
poll-
were some of the picks.
Closing the thing. It's ready to go.
So if you want to post a link to the Player Pass group, then we can go ahead and have that in case someone's watching and has not joined that Telegram group. Again, we have a Telegram group. You can talk about movies. And we also do a poll for each of the 2 movies that we're doing this week to Player Pass for the 2 movies we do. There's polls for that. So again, we want to pick movies that you want to see, and we see them too. We see them together.
Cam's here. Cam's in the house.
Cam's in the house. Nice. Welcome back.
Do you wanna explain the new format for Cam, who's been away for a while?
Yeah.
And for anybody else who might have missed.
So I'll try to keep it in a Reader's Digest version. So what we're going to do is we used to do 2 movies a week, and we got to be so long. So what we did is we've consolidated that, and we're going to the people that have been on the past and or on the show in the past to come on like Penn, we've given them one last pick, that they got one last pick of their own favorite movie, and then we're still doing the current movie. Once everybody that had picks has went through the rotation, then we will just be doing one movie a week. And so we got Penn. I know that Sharon was this week, and then because Sharon was supposed to be 2 weeks ago, and she gave her pick to Beach because he was going out of town. So she had her pick, and then I think Eddie was after Sharon. Or if I'm not, am I right?
And then that wraps it up, I guess.
Yeah, so that's the format. So what we're trying to do is keep it a little bit more consolidated so that we're more current movies instead of, because we were going all over the place, and it's nice. But the other thing we want to do is at the end of the show, if we want to just, after we're done with the movie reviews, if we want to talk about shows or movies that are throwback that we want to make extra credit because Alban likes extra credit, we will do that. So it gives people a chance, if they want to go ahead and cut out because we've talked about the movies, stay for the extra credit parts and talk about movies or maybe even TV shows.
Well, and one of the cool things too is every week when we're talking about new shows and we're voting on it, just because, like, you can watch all 7 of them this week if you want to, like if you've got time, like let us know which ones are good, whatever. But I mean, it's kind of neat because, like, just letting people know what's out right now and what's, Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, half those I didn't even know about. So.
Yeah, but we're trying to keep it a little bit more consolidated show as well as being current, because now the pandemic's kind of rolling down or kind of coming to a close. So Hollywood's starting to release more movies. Remember last year there was like nothing for week after week after week. There was no new movies. Now we are getting new movies, so we're trying to make it that. So I think I've explained everything well enough and small enough. I'm only 12 minutes in with all the rules and even preview the movies. So we ready to go?
Yeah. All
right. Let's go ahead, get cranking. And we have a movie that was picked by Penn, which is The Equalizer, 2014, Denzel Washington.
I had never seen this before.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
wow.
I missed it. And then, years later, Equalizer 2 came out, and I heard somebody say it wasn't very good. So it's like, it kind of turned me off from watching even the first one, which was stupid, but yeah.
Okay. Well, Penn, since you picked this movie, as our rules go, that you can be first or last on talking about this movie. So the floor is yours. Which would you like to be, first or last on this?
I'll go first. For
Sounds
a
good.
change.
Sounds good.
So, Equalizer with Denzel Washington, that came out in 2014, is actually based on the 1980s TV series that starred Edward Woodward, The Equalizer. So Robert McCall is the character that Denzel Washington is playing. He's a retired agent who's trying to live a normal life. He's working at a Home Depot, like a home art type of store location, and it seems pretty relaxed and chill until one day he meets a young prostitute by the name of Chloe. She's living under the control of the Russian mafia, essentially. Alleged sex trafficking, he did his homework and he was asking questions specifically, and he noticed some things that were off. So he decides to take action. Eventually, that led to him executing 5 men. Initially in the film, he creates a sort of like this way to get a larger criminal network tied in and to expose and take it down, because he realized that, hey, just because you solve one problem doesn't mean it's just going to all go away overnight. So the film is exploring this problem solver called Teddy, and his name is real life Martin Sulcus. I think that's the actor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's called to get McCall in. So meanwhile, McCall helps out some of his coworkers with other problems. So in one point of the film, there was a lady working in a Home Depot in a movie, and there was this essentially this armed robbery. Not everybody was aware of it in the store only Denzel and the lady knew about it initially. The lady was asked to give up her ring. They got cash out, and that was one of the things that he had to deal with when he was going to take down this organization. He sort of had to be quiet about it. Not everybody knew what he was doing up until the later stages of the film. The problem with these gangsters is that they can use his friends to get to him. So everything is sort of in this showdown at the store towards the end of the film, and it was this epic scene that it was just this killing spree, sort of, if you wanted to call it.
Inside the Home Depot.
Right, just straight inside the Home Depot. It was amazing. The weapons that were used, the amount of tools, the different camera angles, the rain, the cinematic lighting, where Denzel was at the end of the store, looking at the other end of it. Like everything was down to like it was carefully executed. Not only was the movie called The Equalizer, but they wanted to equalize the cinematography. they did a number on that too. So overall, it was a nice, like that's a screenshot right there of just you like seeing part of his face in shadow, and you seeing like sort of it in light. You know that's going to be his last moment just by that scene alone. And the expression and the emotion, like the scenes in the film were some carefully executed. I thought the script was nice, and it's just one of the better movies that I've seen for sure.
That was so good, that part. When he came out, like when the sprinklers are going off and he just walks out with it, like you say, with the lighting in the water. It just looks so cool.
Yeah.
It just the frames is some nice shots.
Yeah. Yeah, that was something else. Okay, so are you done?
Yes.
Who would like to be Andrew or Blue?
No, you might as well go and then down.
Okay.
Unless you want to go.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go. I'll do this one. I've seen this movie in the past, and I forgot how well the movie was done. It gave you that feeling of where he thinks out everything that's going to happen, and he does it within a time frame. And so when he went into that one room, and where Penn said when he goes to the Russian mob's room, this scene here where he does his first little part, he actually, before he makes his first move, it's almost like he's calculated out exactly what every single person is going to do. It's almost like a chess game, like we had watched some of those movies where you've got to already think ahead of your opponent. He's already thought out every single thing that's going to happen in this room and thinks it out in how many seconds is it going to take to handle the situation. To me, it was like a person that's so much in their own mind of how well they can step back and see the whole situation. Denzel's acting in this was phenomenal for me. He plays, which I think is a part that he plays a lot, that type of a character. This character, I hated his guts. He did a great job as an actor because you really hate him. He's there to take care of things, and he's there to clean it up and to clean up why his crew was killed. And he has no remorse about anything he does. It's just no feelings. I thought his interaction with Denzel in the restaurant, phenomenal part where both of them are almost detached from their own emotions. And I really liked it. I thought Denzel tried to he wanted to feel again, to feel more human. This guy didn't. He didn't want to feel human. He was just like, it's just, I don't want to have no feelings and this and that. And when Denzel breaks it down about what happened to this guy's family or his adopted family, and he breaks it down to the guy about what had happened in Russia, I thought was a great movie. Great movie. Again, cinematography was great. I thought the dialogue was good. The action scene were good. I actually, what's a funny thing, we had to watch a video at work in case an active shooter came in the store. We had to watch these videos. So I had to watch it. And I'm watching the video, and this was the day after I watched this. And I'm like, oh, I got this. I'm in a grocery store. I'm going to set some stuff in the microwave. Boop, boop, boop. Go get, put a little propane tank in a microwave. I saw how Denzel handled with business. So after watching this, I can take care of an active shooter in my store. I'm pretty sure of it. But just joking, just playing. But great movie. Thanks for the pick. Anybody that's not seen this movie, this is right up there for action. It's a little violent, so you've got to be able to. If you don't like violence, you're not going to like it. But for me, action movie, good storyline, not too far fetched, but a good movie for me. Okay.
I think I see your attempts at stopping an active shooter more like a Home Alone type deal than an Equalizer type deal.
Actually, I was thinking about throwing some oil on the floor.
Go down the toy aisle and tip some toy cars on the floor and spill some oil on the floor.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't have a nail gun like he had, so I'm only going to be able to do so good.
God damn it, you can use that well. And the drill. I guess I'll go next then.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with pretty much everything you said. I thought Denzel was great in it. It's like definitely one of his best acting performances that I've seen him in. And I liked the story. The story was well written, but it was like the way it played out was really done really well. And as Penn was saying, the cinematography was good. The shots and just the way that shot it in the department store, but also the scenes in the is it a diner? I don't know.
It's a diner. Yep.
Yeah. And I just liked I liked how the bad guy was like he's like a formidable bad guy. Do you know how like the main character can sometimes be like the best thing in the whole movie, and the other guy, the bad guy, is like, this guy's gonna get beat. Like, this guy's not a threat really, but in this one he's like a cold-hearted, like, but he's like really sadistic and calm.
Well, Andrew, like the part where Denzel sets up his apartment to look like he's going out of town, and everybody's falling for it, and this guy, no,
yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
he was just as smart as Denzel was. You felt like.
Yeah, that's the impression I got, which is why I liked it. I like the acting, because they just played really well off each other. I mean, in the end, he obviously was no match for him, but he was smart and he knew what was going on. So it was like they were kind of played off each other well, which kept you interested in the whole narrative. Like, I like that whole scene, the very first scene when they meet each other, where he goes up to Denzel's house and he knocks on his door, and then Denzel knows straight away he's not a cop, and he's like, "What? Like, how did you find us?" And he was like, "Oh, well, that's what we do." He's like, "Oh, well, I didn't have a reservation. I didn't.
I paid with cash.
Didn't pay. I paid with cash. Like, how do you know where I live and stuff like that?" And then he said, he's like, that's what we do. And then Denzel's like, "Who's we?" And he just won't answer him.
Yeah, and he goes, "Well, give me a business card." He goes, "Doesn't what you officers do is give me a business card?"
Must have run out with him.
It's like, oh.
I just like the interactions between the two of them, and I liked how threatening he seemed. I mean, you kind of knew he was going to go for the workers the people that he worked with at Home Mart, which I found funny also. Home Mart, is that a real place, or is that just a piss take of Walmart?
Yeah, it's like a home. It's like Home Depot. Yeah, Home Depot and Walmart smashed together as a name. I thought they just played it off.
Yeah, he's like he just did swift judge. I liked how the people he worked with as well kept asking, like, trying to guess what he did before he worked there.
Yeah, it was part of the pips.
Yeah,
he used to be a pimp. No, not pimp. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing the dancing and that. Todd, I was just about to say.
Yeah,
there's your lovely wife.
Yeah, got her down there.
Yeah, I just like the way it was put together. I like the action scenes, like you said, Todd, were great. The Home Depot bit, like Penn said, worked really well. There was enough like gore and stuff in it, but not too much to make you think, oh, it's a bit. I can't watch it. Like the thing with the drill, he puts it directly behind the guy's head, and you know exactly what's going to happen, and it kind of cuts away from that, but you know what's happened. You could just like see what was going to happen without them having to show all of the like gory bits, like what we saw in the other movie that we're going to talk about. I can't wait to talk about that one. Yeah, I just like this guy. I just like the character he played was really likable, and it just like it kept us interested in the whole movie, and I just liked the way it was written, and I could just keep going on and on about how good the writing was, and that's probably the best scene in the whole movie. For me, that was just that shot of him walking out from behind the racking with all the water coming down. Just looks so cool. Anyway, I'll try and leave something for Shan.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start with what I didn't like about it. Now, I think the problem is that if I had watched it back in the day, I probably would have liked it more than I did. So the reason, one of the things that I didn't like about, well, it's not that I didn't like it. It's just, so his stuff that he does when he's seeing the room and he's picturing all the shit he's going to do and this and that reminded me of Sherlock, the one with, Robert Downey Jr. Remember how he would plan out how he was going to fight somebody before he would fight somebody? It reminded me of that a bit. So that was kind of like, I felt like, that's been done. And that was technically out before this was out.
I was going to say, wait a minute, which one was first?
Having watched John Wick, I feel like I'm a little spoiled on the action kick-ass guy movies. So I was not quite as, but there's a reason why I wasn't quite as pumped about this as after what.
What, you there? Blue, you muted yourself.
Oops. Martin, the bad guy there. He's been in Lord of the Rings. He was in Badlands TV show, if anybody ever saw it. The only thing that I didn't like about him is I couldn't figure out what the fuck his accent was because it didn't sound Russian. So I thought, did the Russians hire some guy from another country? Because not once did I think Russian when he was talking. I don't know. Maybe it was just me.
I thought it was like an American turncoat.
It was weird. Those are the only things that I didn't like about it. And it's not that I didn't like it. It's just that I felt like I'd sort of seen stuff before. Now, stuff I did like. Well, one of the reasons I think I started not really liking it at first was just because it was so that poor girl, the prostitute there.
Yep.
I felt just dread. I felt absolute dread for the first probably half of the movie. And I don't like that. And I was like thinking the whole time, oh God, this is going to end badly, but it doesn't. So that was a good thing for me because otherwise I'd never watch it again if everybody good died in it and stuff. I love that he helped the little buddy there, his security guy that became the security guard. I thought that was adorable when he was training with him and stuff. And I like that he helped his mom too, made the cops give her back the buddy. I thought that was hilarious. His OCD was crazy. Like just the way he would organize everything, like even when that guy's desk where he was grabbing stuff and moving it around before he killed them all, and the door when he locked it, you'd see how he did that little thing with the door too. Yeah. So, and the fact that he was reading 100 books because it was his wife's thing, but he was still doing it. I thought that was adorable. I ended up really liking it. Like at first, like I said, it was like the pit of my stomach was just, oh God, human trafficking, prostitutes, and Jesus. And when friggin' Martin killed her friend there, that was horrible to watch. Like it was like drawn out, strangling. So I started out being like a little, but by the time this thing got rolling and by the time it was done, I really, really enjoyed it. And Denzel, I mean, even the Little Things movie there that was complete garbage, Denzel is always bang on. He's always good. There's just something about him. The way he walks too, he's got a weird kind of walk, but it's like this sexy, John Wayne had a sexy walk. Denzel Washington has a sexy walk too. And it's just,
I know. I got the same. I hear the same thing.
Yeah, but I just liked how he was with everybody and how sweet he was. And then when he started helping though, when he really started helping, it was like, holy shit balls. And then I loved the ending too, where he's offering to help people. People hitting him up online. Like, I was like, oh man, that is so cool. So I ended up loving it. So thanks for that, Pen.
Oh, thank you.
It really did make me want to watch the second one.
I'm going to watch the second one.
I think I will.
Not as
too.
good. Not as good in my opinion. Again, it's hard to meet. Always the first one's always set a bar, but not bad movie if I remember right. But not as good as this. This movie.
Yeah, some of the stuff was hard to watch. Like some of the way he kills people was a little hard to watch. Like the thing I like about John Wick is he's more of a shooter than anything. Like he had the bad scene in the first one in his house that was like bad, or in the second one, I guess. But normally he's like, one to slow them down, two in the head, or one in the head. It's nice clean shooting, but knives and drills and fucking gardening shears and oh my god, what's the stuff you put on the top of your fence? Oh my! When he hangs, like there was like it was getting pretty gross, but it was pretty neat. But I think another reason that I like John Wick so much is that I like the whole other side of John Wick, the Continental and the High Table, and the behind the scenes shit. So this is neat, though. I just like the fact that he's turning, becoming who he was, but not really. Like he wasn't just a killer; he was now doing it to help people.
Yeah, he kind of found a place for his skill set. He found a way to help people, and you can't help who you are, and so
it's something he's good at. Holy crap!
Yeah. So great.
I seriously though, I liked the OCD stuff. I like the way he would arrange things perfectly, and I thought that was kind of neat.
Okay, so that's what we have for this movie, and I will post the link once we talk about Mortal Kombat. I will post the link, and then anybody that would like to jump in, if people have been in the show before, Roger and different people, I will post that link, and people can jump on, and we can talk. Those people can talk about both one or both of the movies. It doesn't matter. I did see some people asking about Alban. Alban is on his way home. He didn't think he was going to be able to make the show due to traffic and all. Maybe he jumps on near the end. I don't know. He has not watched either one of the two movies this week, which I'm sure he had seen Equalizer in the past, but he likes to refresh his memory, but he hadn't been able to watch them. So he said that he may get home enough time to jump on, but so he is doing better. So let's go ahead and take a look at our next movie that we had this week, which was a brand new movie, Mortal Kombat. There we go. So,
get over here.
Yeah. So, who would like to be first on this one? And then we'll go up or down the list, whichever one. All right. Blue said she's gonna be first.
I'll break the ice. I liked it. I didn't love it. I thought it was better than the original one. So I based this on the original one, which was cheesy B movie. This is kind of cheesy B too, but I don't know. There was some cool shit in it. Like Kano was a dick, but he was funny. I liked I never get his name right. His last name's Sonata, I think. The guy who plays Scorpion in the very beginning, the first 7 minutes that they showed the thing online. I loved that scene. I like him. He's another guy I find sexy. And I don't know. It's like it went kind of sideways, because if you watch the first 7 minutes, it looks like a drama, and then it turns into not so much when Kano's in there and stuff. But I enjoyed it because I liked all the taglines, like get over here, and there. What was it one, Todd, when the guy had with his hat there and he did the old
flawless victory.
Flawless victory, like all those cheesy little lines that are in the actual video games. I liked all that stuff. Sonya, she was okay. Liu Kang, he was kind of boring. I liked the dude that had the hat there. I thought he was pretty cool.
The frisbee?
The frisbee hat dude. I thought that was pretty cool. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it enough. I watched it twice. So, didn't love it by any means, but I did like the little quirky video game throwback crap in it. So, yeah, there he is there. Love that dude. All right, that's it for me.
All right, I'll move up the list. So, Penn, you go ahead next.
Oh, for sure. Mortal Kombat. This was a decent watch in my opinion. It has some nice action scenes. The best character in the film, at least in my opinion, was Sub Zero. The fight that he had with Jax was like very brutal. And at first, when they started the repair process on Jax, and when I seen his new arms, I was like, I wonder if they're going to expand upon that design because I play the video games myself. So when I first saw Jack's arms, I was like, no, like
Yeah.
like somebody must have blew the budget on VFX. This is absolutely wrong, absolutely terrible. Like I saw his arms, I'm like, his arms are puny. Like what's going on? Jax is a built character.
Yeah, they're
So-
like little twigs.
You're right. And it was later found in the film that he got, his actual arms, how they were in the game, sort of. Same design elements at least. And Jax was interesting. He didn't run from Sub-Zero. He had to fight. And he lost that one. But he didn't run. He just had to take an L and he got expanded later on.
Took an L.
Or like that scene right there was like that. It's crazy.
I think the worst part about that scene though is when he falls and he hits the side of that thing when he's going down. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's even worse than the arms.
Yeah. I thought Liu Kang was not too exciting. I did see the scene where they were teasing I want to say Kano, and he just got to that point where he released that beam out of his eyes, and they was like, "Whoa, okay, we can't tease this guy too much." They was throwing jabs at him now.
Yeah,
they
they're
were
trying to
throwing
make
some
him mad.
jabs at him,
Yeah, he's like, ain't no fireball, pussy.
and they realized that they get hit by one of those, it's not going to be a good sight. So they sort of calmed down off the Kano. He was sort of like the laughing stock of the movie, sort of, but then they saw his power, and then they sort of like, okay, well, let's just leave him alone. So I thought that was pretty
Jax.
funny. Yeah, so that's the arm design I'm talking about, where they showed it later in the film. Because at first they were like tiny.
Yeah, he had leveled up on this
Yeah,
one. This
leveled
is
up.
He had leveled up.
Yeah. So overall, I thought the movie had some interesting characters. It was really the scenes necessarily for me, like good scenes, story. I mean, I can't call it an amazing story,
No.
but because
The acting was okay.
the acting was all right. I just like the VFX, and it was nice to see some of the characters on the screen.
Yeah, I liked when they all like leveled up, It was neat to see what all their different things were. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, let's see. Andrew.
I liked it. I've watched the original when it first came out, it was way back when. So I was kind of a little bit disappointed that obviously Liu Kang was like kind of a side player in this whole thing. He's like more of a mentor. So it was a bit disappointing, but I see that updating it, and they're trying to make a new hero in this cool young character, which I'm not sure whether I don't know if it's a good idea or a bad idea. He's like supposed to be the descendant of Scorpio, and he's got his blood. He's in his bloodline and stuff. But I don't know if I like the character or not, and I don't know whether they needed to bring a new character into this whole thing, especially when the video game has so many different people. I don't get why they've had to create a whole new person.
You're right though. He was a little blah. That guy.
Yeah,
he was like the least memorable.
He's supposed to be the lead, which is disappointed because you're supposed to be invested in this guy. And I think the problem is everyone was more invested in Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and they weren't in it. Especially Scorpion wasn't in it for. Like, he was in it at the beginning and at the end. The beginning scene is the best scene in the whole movie for me.
For the martial arts.
Yeah, whole thing, the whole interaction between the two, but even before they became who they became, it just made us. It got us really interested in it. And I did see Roger's comment about the actor who plays Scorpion apparently signing on for 4 movies. I did see that the guy who plays Sub-Zero has signed on for 4 movies if it gets made, like, because it's supposed to be a franchise. So hoping.
Hopefully they'll take criticism and then just improve on it as they
Well,
go,
yes,
you
that's
know?
what I'm hoping from this whole thing. So I've heard that the first one is intentionally supposed to be like a prelude to the tournament. Then the second one is going to be the tournament, and then the third one's going to be the after the tournament. What happens after the tournament? And I'm hoping if they do a fourth one, it's going to be like a spin-off, and it's just going to be the story between Scorpion and Sub-Zero, like a prequel type thing, where the very beginnings to the whole war, because there's for anyone who's a massive Mortal Kombat fan, which I'll admit I'm not, but I do know some of the story behind it because I researched it a little bit. Scorpion and Sub-Zero's got this past, and there's a whole story between the two of them and their clans. Like one's Japanese, one's Chinese.
That part was neat too, though, how they were speaking to each other, and you just assumed
Sub-Zero speaking
a white person thing that they're both Asian, but meanwhile they're speaking two different languages.
Yeah. I just liked the whole interaction between the two of them, and it just made us want to watch a movie just between. Like, I really hope there is a fourth movie that's just a spin-off. It's just called Mortal Kombat Scorpion Sub-Zero or something like that. Just a story between those two, because I was more invested in the what was going on between them two than I was for the rest of the characters in the movie, because some of them are quite blah. Like you said, Sonya Blade is okay. Kano was I liked Kano. I liked the guy who played Kano, and I liked Kano as the character in the movie. Jax was okay. Cool, like I say, that Cole Young character, the main character, he's probably the worst out of the bunch. And then they didn't utilize Raven enough. They didn't utilize Liu Kang enough. They didn't utilize was it Shao Tsung, the one with the hat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even all of the bad guys, like, except for Sub-Zero, the rest of them, they were beaten pretty easily, weren't they? It was a bit of a shame, really. But I still loved it, because it was the essence of Mortal Kombat is the fighting and the gore, and it was all perfect to what the video games are, the way the fight scenes went. So I enjoyed it. I don't agree with Shan in regards to the cheesy lines of I felt like they were just like when he's saying fatality and flawless victory and stuff. I felt like they were just forcing that into the movie just because it's in the video games. I thought they could have used it better though. I felt like they were just saying it for the sake of, we've got to get this in because it's in the game.
Well, I mean, we say "get over here" all the time. I know Todd and I do, just as a joke or whatever. But flawless victory, I haven't heard that since I played Mortal Kombat. I swear to God. So when he said that, I'm like, oh, like it just brought me back. You know?
It's on.
To get over here, everyone was expecting that. It was just the other stuff like flawless victory and Kano wins and flawless victory and
so I was like, what is the cheat? For me, it was because it was fun. It was just cheesy.
Just before I finish as well, there's two things I found out today actually about the get over here bit. One was they've changed it from the trailer. In the trailer, it's the actor saying it. And I know there was a few comments from people saying, "Oh, it doesn't sound like the original guy who, like what they're used to hearing." So they changed the voice. So the guy who says "get over here" is not the same actor.
Mm-hmm.
Different. Hello, Auburn.
Hello, Auburn.
Nice to see
you. You're home.
I'm home.
Good to see you.
I won't be hanging out long, but I'm here.
It's nice to see you. Nice to see you.
It's good to see you guys. I was listening to all of you in traffic.
God. But that was a long ride.
Oh yeah.
So the actor who voices the "get over here" bit in the movie is different from the actor who plays Scorpion. And also I saw somebody point out that they found it weird that Scorpion says "get over here" in English, where in the movie he never says any word of English. Like, he doesn't speak any English until he goes, "Get over here." That's like, why would he not say it in Chinese? That's what he's been speaking the whole movie. So it was just funny that he said it in English, and that was the only English he ever said, was the "get over here" bit. But
good point.
There's a few critiques they can take from it, and it's not a bad movie. So I'm hoping they learn, like you said, Sean. I hope they learn from this movie going into the next one, And the tournament, I've got a feeling the next one, if it's a tournament, and obviously there's that bit at the end, I'm hoping the tournament movie is going to be the one that elevates it a bit more. And then
just a bit more script, work on the script a little more,
Yeah, exactly. And this was like the parallel from this one in The Equalizer, was the script for The Equalizer was perfectly written and executed, whereas this one was this, like, I think the focus was more on the fight scenes than it was the story. So hopefully they pick up the story a bit more in the tournament one. I'm assuming it's gonna have like a second and third movie. It did quite well. Like, I think it's made like 51 million worldwide. I don't know how much has been spent on it, like, but I'd imagine there's enough of a fan base there for it, like, to turn into the franchise that they want it to be. So I'm just hoping to do a Scorpion Sub-Zero one, because I really want to watch that one. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. All right. For me, being a video game nut, most video game movies suck ass. This one, I felt, had a very good mixture of the action, pulling in some of the video game, and at least some sort of a storyline. My big disappointments, and I'll say those on the front end of it, the script and the acting was mediocre, in my opinion. Where Andrew's saying that they're going to take this to the tournament in the next movie, that was what I kind of missed, that, because if you've ever played the game, you're fighting in a tournament. So it bothered me that there was no tournament ever, which I know part of the storyline is they're trying to stop the tournament, whatever. So that bugged me, that the tournament part of the video game, which is the main part of the video game, never happened. Never, ever, ever happened. So that bothered me. I thought that some of the characters what was it? Some of the characters, and again, that was the bad, like Nitala, Naira, where she, and then Melina. Both of those had almost Nita, where she was flying, and she has a scream in the game. She has to scream. She never screamed. Didn't even, like, she should have screamed, and someone like missed somebody. I didn't even see her scream. You heard it around in the cave. You heard her screaming, but it wasn't like deafening like it was in the game. So there was,
and not used as like for combat.
No, she was just squealing in the sky.
She had the most horrific death in the game, in the movie.
Oh yeah.
So I felt that those parts were missing. But what I did like, one of the first parts when Jax was fighting Sub-Zero, and Sub-Zero has him, or there's face to face. Jax has a shotgun and shoots it. Sub-Zero stops the bullets mid-shot, and I mean, they just, like, the pellets, you see them freeze because he has his hand on the gun. I thought, ooh, I like that. I loved how not even a gunfire can get through him. He can stop an explosion. So I like that. Kano, to me, made the movie. Kano saved the movie for me. I felt that they were relying on a lot of the special effects. That's where they were putting all their money. But Kano, and some of the things he said, I wrote down a few of them. What's up, MC Hammer Pants? When they were met out in the desert, okay. Yeah. And he says, hold on, David Copperfield, because he threw the fireball. And he goes, whoa! Do we all get some of them fireballs in? We all get some of that. When Raiden when they have him at Raiden, and he's like, I'm gonna tell you your power, and he says, hey Gandalf, what's my fortune cookie say? When him and Liu Kang were fighting, and he says, okay, put a shirt on, Magic Mike.
Yeah.
There was those parts, and when he talked about, I'm gonna stick them anal beads where the sun don't shine, or something of that nature. Frisbee hat. I mean, he had all these little very funny parts. Even when he was talking with Sonya and being sarcastic to her, there was parts that I laughed every time he talked. And you dislike him, and maybe because he was the character I used almost every time early on when I fought in when he did Mortal Kombat. I really liked his character. But I thought that his lines saved it because it really kept the movie from trying to be too serious. Because if the movie tried to be super serious and like, oh, this is going to be such an awesome movie, but he kind of balanced it to me. So I thought that was one of the really good parts of this movie. One of the other parts that this movie didn't have that bothered me was the floor of spikes. So any of you that's played Mortal Kombat, you remember when you beat somebody, even when it wasn't a fatality, you would hit the guy and he'd come up off the platform and he'd fall a few stories and they'd fall on some spikes. I thought it was going to happen when Jax was fighting the guy with the hammer, and I can't even remember who that was. I thought that it was going to happen there because they were out on this like platform outside, and I thought that's where it was going to happen, but he just did the fatality.
Okay, well, do you think maybe when Sonya stabs Kano with the garden gnome, that was maybe a tribute to the spikes? He got spiked with a garden gnome.
Nah. That was funny though. That was the same, and that again, that part there was funny because that was the gnome he had hocked a loogie on. The same gnome, because the gnome had his hand out like this, and that's what got him in the eye. So I thought that was neat. The part of passing on the symbol, okay, I could ignore that, but
that was a little weird for me.
Yeah, but I felt.
Because wasn't the whole point, like, wasn't the whole original point is that it was like Earth's best defenders kind of thing? Yeah. So the fact that Kano even had a mark to begin with and he got it from killing another guy, I wasn't crazy about that.
So you've beat him, so you get the mark. So I thought that part was, I guess, so they can always keep characters going along. But for me, I still enjoyed the movie. I laughed. I'm cutting up. I've watched it 3 times. The fatalities where I did like it. I would have liked a little bit more voices, like it, because a lot of times in the game there was that chamber voice, like fatality, and you would be like echoing. You heard that on the Flawless Victory. I would have liked to have heard it a couple more times when things happened. For me, being the game person and liking the game, but all in all, I still really, really, really enjoyed it. It is gory. So if you don't like a gory movie, you're not going to like it. And it does say some off-color humor because Kano says some things. It's like, ooh, he was pretty rough with some of his language. But if you're okay with that stuff, I enjoyed it. So that's my thoughts. All right.
Bobbin, did you get a chance to watch any of these?
I didn't get to watch Mortal Kombat because I refused to watch it on a tablet in the hospital. But and they have a freaking 50-inch screen in the room, but you can't cast to it or anything. So but I did watch Equalizer, not for the show, but I've watched it before because you know how much I like Denzel also. I love that movie. And I'd say most of you already said everything about it, how good it was, I got nothing else to say. I'll let everyone else who has to jump in talk more about it.
Okay. And you did hear we're doing for the movie for next week. So I
got to go vote on that.
You can vote on that. So again, for you guys, I posted that link. Scroll a little ways up, and I posted the Telegram group in there, so you can vote on the movie we watch for next week.
I think most of the people in the chat are already in the group.
Yeah, pretty much. But maybe some people are watching via my Facebook, and if they're watching via my Facebook, you need to jump on YouTube, and you'll actually get the link where you can click it and don't have to really type it in. Roger, welcome. So what was your thoughts on this week's movies?
Well, I liked them both this week for different reasons. I think that The Equalizer is one of the best action movies out there, best script for an action movie out there, and by far the best cinematography of any action movie that's out there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, almost every shot was cinematography, was light and dark and substance to each shot. Even some of the kill shots were beautifully done, with the exception of the autopsy scene where they showed where Denzel had shoved the shotgun glass in that one guy's eye. That was pretty gross. But one of the points that Blue said that she liked his OCD. I did too. When he would wrap up his one tea packet and take it to the restaurant with him every day with his book, that was awesome. And I hated the bad guy just as much as you guys hated the bad guy. I hadn't watched this movie. I've seen it a couple of times in the past, probably 3 times, and I hadn't watched it in a long time. And I really had totally forgot that David Harbour was in it, and he did a great job in it. He
was so little, like so thin.
Yeah, yeah. He's gained about 80 pounds in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
So, but I enjoyed watching it again. I think it's probably my second favorite Denzel movie. My first being American Gangster, and my third would have to be Book of Eli.
See, and Man on Fire would be my first.
Well, Man on Fire is really good as well. Really good as well. And as far as Mortal Kombat goes, I enjoyed it for exactly what it was. It was an action movie, a fight movie. The script was lacking. By far, they spent all the money on Kano's script writer. Whoever did that part of the script got all the money. They did a good job for him. I laughed at him quite often. It has some great lines. Todd did most of them. I enjoyed the throwbacks to the video game with the get over here, flawless victory. Because I played this game, Mortal Kombat 1, probably 30 years ago, on the Super Nintendo. So, and I would have to, I really think this is probably the best video game movie that I've seen. I've seen a bunch of them, and this is by far the best of them. So, good job on the picks this week, everybody, and that's about all I have to say. Everybody before me did a great job, so there's not much left.
All right. Eddie, thanks for joining the show. Welcome. What you thinking this week?
Hi, everybody. Welcome back, Alvin. Welcome
Thank you.
back.
Thanks for everyone out there, giving me well wishes. Really, thank you so much. Means a lot.
Good. Okay, let's get on Mortal Kombat. Get rid of this one first. Okay, this one, I didn't really get into it because, first of all, I'm maybe too much old school, but I like the cinematography. I like the special effects. But since, this is a video based on a video game, and I've never got into video games, but, it's like, I take it 50-50. The Equalizer, okay. The Equalizer, I remember this one. My sons told me about this. We had a special talk on special effects. And I really love this movie. But the best part of this movie is when he's with the oligarch in the office where he got rid of the other guys. And the oligarch says to Denzel, he says, "What do you see when you look at me?" And Denzel Washington, he just gives him like this little smirk. And he said, "What do you see in me when you see me?"
Yeah.
In other words, you're going to see me even better later on. That really got me. But this movie is, I saw the second movie. I didn't really, it was good, but it wasn't as good as the first, this one. But this one, I really loved the special effects in it. I loved the cinematography in it. And the screenplay I loved. And when he said, "I'm a pimp." "What, you're a pimp?" "No, a pimp." Then he played with Gladys Knight and the Pimps.
Oh, and then he was dancing. That was
yeah. That's enough for me.
I was looking at a budget. It says the budget was $55 million, and I think I glanced at it. Sorry, my computer's being slow. I think as of right now, it's made $53 million In
Talking about
what?
Mortal Kombat?
Excuse me. Yes, Mortal Kombat. So
Pretty
the
good in
budget.
COVID times.
Yeah, a $55 million budget. Box office as of right now, 51.1. So it's almost broke even, and we're only what, a weekend?
Yeah, and
not even
we're in
not even a
COVID.
week.
You know, nobody's going to the theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that domestic or worldwide, Todd?
worldwide, because domestic was. I know domestic. I saw on the thing was like 23 or 27 million domestic. So that was worldwide. And yeah, through the numbers. Okay, so let's see. Sharon, thank you for joining the show.
Hello.
What was your thoughts this week on our 2 picks?
Okay, I'm gonna start with Mortal Kombat because I had the hardest time going through that movie. I think because that was the first day of my sinus infection or whatever. So I was struggling through that movie. But the movie the action wise was pretty great. I don't remember characters' names. I like the guy, the bald head guy, and the guy with the hat as well. I liked him. And I liked the the little sayings that they said through the movie. And I thought.
You there? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now. It just muted for a second.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I may accidentally hit the mute button. Sorry. But I thought that the movie had quite a bit of action, quite a bit of fighting through it. Like in the beginning, that one guy, when they were picking on him at first, and then he showed with his eyes and stuff. I liked that, and I just thought the movie was pretty good. I remembered I've seen the original movie a long time ago, but I thought the second one would jog my memory some, but it didn't much. But I thought the movie was pretty decent. I hope it gets better as the franchise goes on for Mortal Kombat. And now the Equalizer, I liked with the Equalizer, I liked in the beginning, when he first was there, he was at the little restaurant, and then he meets the girl or everything. And then he's there, at the table that he goes to all the time at the same little restaurant or whatever. And when he goes to the girl goes to the car and he sees how that girl gets treated, the prostitute or whatever and stuff. And you knew from then kind of it was on the action. It was a lot of action through the movie. I was like, gosh, this is like one of the most violent movies. All the blood and the gore. But also I liked it towards the middle or towards the end, like when he got it with that guy and he had to kind of rely on that one guy, his co-worker at Home Walmart or whatever the name of it is, Walmart and stuff. And that guy, the security guard, did a lot to help him. He really did. And stuff. And I just knew that security guard was gonna get killed a couple of times when he was helping him through trying to get through the store and the scene. I mean, kind of get through everything. And in the end, I liked it when at the end where it was over with, when everything was finally over with and he was walking down the street going back to his normal life and stuff, and the girl goes up to him and she's like, I know who you are. Like she kind of knew everything, but it was just their little secret.
Right, because she said that she had said, "Well, did you know anything about that envelope with $10,000?"
Yeah, with the money she had got from when she was in the hospital and stuff. She was like, "Yeah, I was in the hospital, and I received some money. Do you know anything about that?"
Yeah.
He acted like he didn't know anything about it, and she was like, like I know. We're just gonna keep it our little secret, So I thought The Equalizer was a very great movie. Action all the way through. Like I said, really good movie. Both movies were great movies this week.
I got a quick question for you guys. Without having had looked it up, and anybody know who Jax was? Have you seen Jax before?
Not that I
Roger?
can think of. I can't pull him out of my memory.
I can tell
No.
you right now, Jimmy Olsen from Supergirl.
Well, I don't watch Supergirl.
Oh, damn
Oh
it.
yeah, I don't watch it either.
All right.
James Olsen.
Oh, James was.
Or on all the originals, he was always Jimmy.
It's on my Plex. I just haven't got to it yet.
Yeah.
I see. I'm looking at his. He was an Anchorman.
Jax?
So, yeah, wasn't it? Was that Josh Larson? Yeah,
Hold on.
Josh Larson.
Jax is the black guy.
Oh wait.
Jax is the black guy.
Oh. I don't know. See, I had Kano on the brain. I'm over there looking up Kano. Sorry. Yeah.
One thing I did forget to mention that this Raiden was so much better than Liam Neeson's Raiden. It's not even funny.
Well, didn't
Liam Neeson.
wasn't Raiden was the dude from Highlander.
Oh, that's right. What's his name?
Yeah, I know. My brain just fritzed.
God damn it.
Google it.
He surely
Yeah.
wasn't. He surely wasn't Asian though.
No, and this guy, he was in Thor. He was in. I love the eyes. I love when he lifts his head up and you can see his eyes glowing.
Christopher Lambert.
Christopher Lambert. Thank you.
There you go. Thanks, Andrew.
See, I'm just better with characters.
He was the best.
I just went and grabbed them
the
from my Plex, actually. The original Mortal Kombat.
He was the better of the two
There are a
because
bunch of them.
he had the best. He had the best lines. He had so much better lines than this Raiden. Everyone knows the bit when he's got his finger up when the lightning hits and he's like, I don't think so. He's always like,
The lightning stuff was cool. I did like that too. It was neat how he brought his fighters wherever he wanted with the lightning, and the other guy had that black smoky mist crap.
I think they've done enough with this movie, and they've got enough of a fan base for the franchise to continue.
Yeah.
Let's just hope the script gets worked on a bit more.
Yeah.
When did the first Mortal Kombat come out?
When?
95.
95.
Yeah, and then the second one came out in 97, Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I even watched Annihilation. I know I saw the first one. I was just like, it was a try too hard. You know?
They reminded me back in the day of remember when Street Fighter came out with what's his name there? Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude, yeah.
And I forgot one of the other things I really did not like in this movie was Goro, the guy with 4 arms. I thought I didn't like the way that whole thing looked. There's something about
it kind of looked like it did back in 95.
Yeah,
he looked very similar.
I'm like, are we watching Sinbad? You know, like.
So the thing that pissed me off about that. Oh, sorry, Sharon, go on.
No, that's okay. I have a question. So you said this is one of the better video game movies. So you think it's better than Tomb Raider?
Oh yeah.
Because isn't Tomb Raider considered a video game? Lara Croft Tomb Raider?
Yeah. You know what my 2 favorite video game remakes are oh my god,
Doom,
especially at the very end where it's the first person shooter look. That was freaking cool.
Doom. And, I was joking.
No, I actually love Doom. I love the end of it.
It was terrible.
For me. Oh no, come on! By the end, you didn't like the first person shooter look? That was so cool.
I like the first person shooter bit, but that didn't save the movie.
Okay,
you had to get 2 hours in.
And Resident Evil. I think they did really good with Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, Resident.
I forgot about
Resident
Evil.
Yeah.
I didn't think.
I was gonna say something now, and I totally forgot. When you were talking about the guy with the 4 arms.
Yeah, Goro.
The thing that disappointed me about that was the fact that he got killed in it. And they could have saved him till the next one when Johnny Cage is in, and then they could have recreated the whole punching in the balls scene from the first movie.
Yeah. Well, and you saw that when they kind of faded into the smoke, and he says, "I will prepare my fighters." So they're going to bring them characters back. Yeah. So those characters are coming back so you're gonna. To me, that's what it was telling me that's going to be.
Well, there is that bit at the end. There's the bit at the end when the guy says to Cole, oh, you're not fighting. He's like, nah, I'm not going to fight for 200
Oh
bucks
yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
He's like, oh, where you going? And he's like, Hollywood.
Yeah,
And then he
going
walks
after
past
Johnny,
the poster,
Johnny Cage.
the Johnny Cage poster.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you knew that that's where they were going. So I knew that there was going to be another movie, but like I said, there was parts that but all right. So we're gonna go. We're at an hour, so we still got to do what's going to be played for next week. So we'll start with the first one, Equalizer. For you folks on the side chat, put in there player pass for Equalizer, and we'll run through the excuse me, panel. Sharon, player pass for Equalizer.
Play.
Eddie, player pass for Equalizer.
Oh, it's got to be a super play.
Super play. Yep. Blue, Equalizer. She went to go get her food, maybe. Yes, she did. All right. Alban, player pass for play for Equalizer. Gotcha. Roger,
Play for an Equalizer.
Equalizer play. Pin,
Play, definitely.
play. All right. Andrew,
Penn, I respect that you've stuck with the Denzel movies the whole time, and I respect that this was your last choice, and I really liked it. So it's a play from me, definitely.
all right.
I'm back. I'm back if you need me.
Yeah, babe. Player
I'm
pass
just
for
eating
Equalizer.
those. So.
Equalizer.
For
Player pass.
Equalizer, it's a play for me.
All right. And then for me, this be 8 people. I give it a definite. I'll give it a play. We'll give it just a second. I know Patty was the last person that said play, and I'm not sure if I don't think she had typed it in for this movie. I saw Dalton. So Dalton got Equalizer as a play. Octavia's a play. Okay. So we got those. Okay. So all right. So that was pretty much unanimous on that. You can also look on the player pass room, and you're able to vote. So people that are not even on the side chat will be able to vote for that one also. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
That's right. Sharon, player pass for Mortal Kombat. Sharon?
Play.
Oh,
Play.
play. Okay, good. Thank you. Eddie, player pass for Mortal Kombat.
I'll give it a soft play.
Oh, a soft play. I almost had you down for a pass on that one, bud. All right. Blue, player pass for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I'm a play for that one.
All right. And Alban, you did not watch it.
I didn't watch it, but I know I'll be a play, but don't put it into me. I'll have to wait till I watch it and post my vote.
Okay. Until they officially.
Until I officially vote. Hey.
Roger, player pass for Mortal Kombat.
It's a play with the hope of more to come with better scripts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Pin.
Play.
Okay. Play for that. Andrew.
Yeah, play for exactly the same reasons as Roger. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is it's too bad the Beach isn't here because apparently he hated it and he probably added it to his arm along with all the other movies.
He did. He said he added it to his hand.
Don't make me watch it again. Oh, hey, I'm glad that Memento has brought him something. He'll never forget that movie. So I looked through here. We've got some plays for. I saw Patty gave it a play, and I think.
What did you think?
For me, it was a play. Yeah, play for me, and there was things that could have got a little bit better, but I stated the items that I liked and that I didn't like, but definitely enough. Thank you, Kano, for saving it for me. I swear some of the things he says just cracks me up every time when I even watched it on the third time, I was laughing when he was talking about those anal beads. So we got that. All right. So Andrew, you've got, wait, hold on. I haven't voted. So
I'm sure everybody voted. Yeah.
Yeah. So folks, you need to run over. So go to Telegram, go to Player Pass, the Player Pass room. Where is the Player Pass room?
You have way too many rooms.
That's true.
There is a search option.
You can make folders. You can make folders for your rooms.
Can you? No.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, you can. You can make folders for all the rooms that you always jump in and out of.
Or just pin them, right? Can you pin more than one?
Yeah, I already have 5 that are pinned. Okay, so
Nope.
so
But it's easier to create a folder on the side where it will go underneath like the old chats and personal and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
just
I gotta
click on
do
that
that.
and everything is there that you
I gotta
need.
do that. So, all right. So I've done my voting, all that. So we'll give it a minute or two more and let everybody do their voting so that we can get a proper tally.
Do, 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 do.
Andrew,
Hey, yeah.
Andrew, you didn't vote for nobody. I thought you were.
I know.
I thought you were excited for that one.
I didn't vote
I
for it either.
was,
Neither
but
did
I was looking forward to Stowaway, when I seen the trailer for it. So, and then I seen this day it was out. It was already out. So I saw it on Netflix.
I've already seen nobody. Yeah.
I
I'm
do.
the only one that's voted.
I do like it that I do like that you can see who voted for what.
Yeah.
So once you voted, you can't see the results until you vote. Once you vote, you can see who's voted for what.
Yeah, so you'll have to tell me the totals for Mortal Kombat. 'Cause I haven't voted yet.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat. Should I give you the percentages
Yep.
for the?
Yeah, go ahead. For the movies.
So Mortal Kombat was 86% play and 14 pass.
How many plays was that?
12.
That was 12 play and 2 pass.
Okay. 15 on the other. Play.
What about the Equalizer?
Oh, that's gonna be a tough one.
I was just giving over in a second there.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Equalizer was 100% play. That was 15 votes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Yeah, all plays.
Flawless victory.
You're tying it all in. So, are we gonna go with? We're gonna go with the movie that.
Yeah, it's looking.
Nobody's
like
pretty far ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, 46%.
That's one.
Every movie's got a vote though, so that's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let me share this so that you guys can get and which I'm sure most everybody knows this. And was this Netflix?
Nobody
Is that a
it's not on Netflix. It's not,
HBO Max. HBO Max.
HBO, yeah.
HBO Max. So this is out there,
and
available.
Google.
Just came. So that's gonna be our movie for next week. Then is that what we're going with?
Yeah, I've stopped the votes. Nobody is the one.
Mm-hmm. So we got that to watch, and then since Sharon had passed on her pick, or postponed it due to given for the beach because he was going to be out of town for a month. So it'll be her pick, and then Eddie's pick would be the last one. Am I correct?
Saving the best follow, Eddie.
Eddie is.
Yeah.
Just checking here. We got Eddie. What about Cam? I thought I saw her out there.
Yeah,
Cam, you ever gonna pop in? And
I didn't see her. Well, I know that Sharon. I know Sharon's pick. She postponed hers due to the beach, so
right.
She would be the next person because she was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, she definitely is. Yeah, yeah, she's at 7 right now.
Yep.
Well,
so
in the show would make 7, but we'll bring it back.
I think we're just going to go Sharon and then Eddie,
right.
and then just to the new format.
Okay.
Then we'll go 100% to the new format, which would be just one movie a week. But we will, as I said, because other people want to talk about movies at the end of once we talk about the current movie, we'll talk about movies, and then because we talked about maybe some movies for extra credit. So if there's something else that we want to throw back on a movie or something's out and says, hey, then we can have the discussion so that the people that want to watch, then watch, and then kind of the after show can be, but we'll still be broadcasting. So that's kind of what we're going to go with. And
Sharon, what's your movie?
Yeah. I was like, I'm missing something here.
My movie this week is going to be my final movie. Is going to be A Romeo Must Die.
Oh, all right, DMX baby.
Heard of that one?
And
I don't think
Aaliyah.
I've seen it.
Oh, that's right. They're both gone now, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, both of them are gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
hmm
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
You said a Romeo?
Well, no,
So
just
Romeo
Romeo.
Must Die. There it go, right there.
Yep, that's the
This, all
one.
right, all right, all right. Let's just make sure I was picking the right one.
Hmm.
So
Sorry,
2000.
who's in it?
DMX and Aaliyah and Jet Li.
Oh yeah. God, Leah's been gone for a while, hasn't she?
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's crazy. That.
yeah, it was a shame.
Jet Li is dead. He's dead, isn't he?
No. Jet Li's still alive.
Aaliyah
Yeah.
Oh. and DMX. All right. Okay, so a Romeo Must Die is Sharon's pick for next week, as long with Nobody, which is our other pick, and then Eddie, get your pick ready to go. I'm sure you'll have something musically inclined ready.
Well, in one sense, it's good that I'm going to be last because it gives me a chance to get another movie that should be up pretty soon. I hope I get it. That would give me a choice of 4 movies.
More choices are not always good.
Nope.
We've seen that in the past. Too many choices can muddle your mind. So we got that going. So we'll go through because we're an hour and a half almost. We'll go through and say goodbye to everybody. Do a small little after show for anybody that is on the panel. And hold on, let me get rid of that. Sharon, anything you want to say before we go?
I'd like to thank you for having me on the panel. I'd like to thank everybody who joined the show, and see you next Wednesday, and as well as next Friday on your show.
Yep. Thank you. Eddie.
Yeah, thanks again for being on the show, and thanks for Alvin being back. That made my day. And check you all next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Eddie. Miss Blue.
Get over here!
Get over here.
I'm done.
So she's going to say to you at times.
Yeah, I know. She already has. Alvin.
I want to thank everyone, really, from the bottom of my heart. I was so pleased last week to see that Doldum came out and supported us. But she says I won't be able to get her back up here, but I'm gonna have to keep pestering her.
I'll try.
Yeah, try please, because that's not fair. I feel like it's me that she won't come on to the show. I've missed you all. I thank you all for everyone sticking their necks out for me, and I'll see you guys next week. I got a lot of homework to do, so I got a lot of homework.
Yeah, you better
So
get
I
on
got to catch up on everything.
And now I got to drink 15 times. Thanks a lot, Alvin.
Yeah, I know.
I think we all have. I have one too. When I was watching some videos I made I did some videos on Plex, and I'm like, oh my god, I say that word a lot.
And thank you for those Plex videos. I felt like I was like a lone wolf out there, keep saying Plex, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, she's got more to come.
Okay, yeah. Okay, all right. Raj.
All right, Raja.
Hey, thanks for having me. Alvin, get some food in you because you look like you lost 25 pounds, my friend.
I did lose a lot. Yeah, I did lose a lot while I was out.
Good to see you back.
The sickness diet is never a way to do it.
No, it's good. It was all water weight anyhow.
Well, I hope you feel better. I hope you got to watch the UFC because it was a barn burner.
Yeah, I know
my
it was
friend.
a barn burner. Yeah. Thank God I had a website to use to get to it.
All right, that's all for me. I'm really glad you're back, Alvin.
Thanks, man.
That's awesome. Pin.
Oh yes, big shout out to Alvin. Glad to see you back. Hope all is well with you. Thanks for the panel for allowing me to come on the platform and discuss the content. Thanks to everybody in the chat who comes in week in and week out, to have fun with us and, chill out while we discuss the content that we have selected for the show. Appreciate everybody. Everybody stay safe. See you next week. Take care.
Pen, you always sound so damn cool. I'm sitting here. I feel listening to you. I feel like I just smoked a big fatty.
I have no idea what Penn looks like, but in my mind, he's got Denzel's face with that voice.
He's a handsome dude.
Yeah.
I've been told I'm handsome.
All right. Maybe before this goes too far, I'm gonna start getting jelly. Andrew, anything you want to say?
No, just the usual. What everyone else has said. Thank you for watching, and I love coming on every Wednesday and chatting about movies, whether they've been rubbish or they've been good. And Auburn, I know you've got more movies to watch than us, but I guarantee you're still going to be finished by Friday.
Oh yeah,
before everybody else.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to the message of I'm done.
Yeah, it'll probably be tomorrow morning. So, hey, thanks for everyone being on the panel. And again, Alban, so glad that you're back home feeling better. Take your time. And you learn, you get to mix with people. And even though this is the internet, it's not my next door neighbor, it's not my longtime friend, but you make friends online, and it is a great way you connect with people. And we all care about each other, and we're all looking out for each other. And I know that when Alban kind of was MIA for a little bit, and Blue was like, "Have you heard from Alban?" And I was like, "No." And then Andrew's like, "I haven't heard Alban. You sure he's okay?" And it's like everybody gets concerned, and so it's everybody. We are connected, and I'm glad to see you're doing better. And
thanks, guys.
It's great to have here and great to have people on the show. Thanks for everyone that has the guts and the courage to come on the show or even hang out with us on the side chat, because it's fun to hear and see the same names and faces. I want to say faces. Thanks to everyone that joined. Check out Penn's done a few videos this week, you guys. He's been doing some good videos. Check those out. Some learning about some stuff, and as well as Blue did. She did a couple videos this week about teaching people some stuff. So check out all that content that if you're wanting to learn a little bit.
Yeah, you can find my stuff on Todd's channel, on Tabs to Butcher.
Yep. I didn't take no credit for it, but I'll take the ad.
I'll
take the AdSense.
One guy was like, "Oh, great job, Dabs," and I'm thinking, "Dabs, what did Dabs do?"
Yeah, did he listen to any of that? Because sure didn't sound like Dabs. So yeah, thanks. But thanks again for everyone watching. We'll check out the movies Nobody and Romeo Must Die. Check us out Friday.
And they're added to Trakt if anybody's using my list.
Okay. Awesome. So we'll see you guys on the next one, right? For Player Pass.
Peace.
Oh wait.